Final farewells for former President Jimmy Carter will formally begin tomorrow with a procession from Plains to Atlanta. But the security preparations have been going on for weeks, including in Washington, D.C.
Atlanta News First Don Shipman is live in Plains ahead of the Carter state funeral. And Don, police are also taking additional precautions in the wake of terror attack in New Orleans that we saw this week.
That's exactly right. That is a huge concern. We've been watching all morning long as this town has really come alive. And it's interesting, too, because, I mean, take a look. There's a lot of activity right here. There's a lot of visitors, media, police as well. All of that with the backdrop of this town doing its day-to-day business. The stores are open. Tractors are hauling peanuts. This as law enforcement sweep the town. Preparations in Plains for the final send-off of Georgia's only president, a final farewell to former President Jimmy Carter.
I used to walk every day and just pick up trash.
In the hours before a ceremonial procession from Plains to Atlanta, volunteers and workers are picking up trash and placing barricades along Church and Bond Streets, just steps away from Plains High School and the Jimmy Carter Welcome Center.
They have more, but they usually keep them up there.
Security also being beefed up. Law enforcement from several local and state agencies, led by the Secret Service and the Military Joint Task Force, busy reviewing security protocols. The Sumter Sheriff's Office saying that they've brought in additional staff to fill in any gaps for Plains police.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed there were like 3 state troopers around me when I was driving up here. But yeah, it's definitely scary, but I hope, especially since it is a president's funeral, people will be more civil.
One of hundreds of visitors expected in tiny Plains, population 600, as all of Georgia and the nation pays their respects to our nation's 39th president. Tomorrow's state funeral begins shortly after 10 o'clock in the morning, and that's when the Carter family will arrive at Sumter Medical Center in Americus. After that, Georgia State Patrol will escort them to Atlanta. Few stops on the way, including Carter's boyhood home. They'll likely arrive at the State House right around 3 o'clock, and then it is off to the Carter Center, where he will lie in repose for 2 days. We're live here in Plains. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.